Hello, 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 and I'm back, everybody. That was a little bit of a long dinner. I apologize on that. Because I ended up dumping half my dinner down the sink, which just made me so happy. Gotta reset my TV here. Get some music going. Stop sitting on your leg. You guys gotta remind me of that sometimes. Out there. And that. Still too loud. Really? Okay. So, like I said, in the last stream, guys, what we're going to be working on now is we got done working on duct taping it all up. Got to remember camera's over to the side a little bit. Nose got painted, which I'm going to use a different paint than the one that I used earlier. So we're gonna work on that, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start breaking it down piece by piece and start putting it together. Yep. Alright. Looks like we got a viewer. Hello to the viewers. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw all over this like we did last time. Just kind of creating cut points. Along the mask. And I will show you guys here in a minute when I kind of catch up to it. Look at the views! Alright. I'm going to split this down the center. We're going to talk about fur direction again. Always going to draw our arrows on it. I'm just kind of looking for good spots to make cuts on. And the more cuts we make, the more sewing we're going to have to do. Which is fine, but I try to make as little seams as possible. Because if we can do as little seams as possible, that means we can work on... Is this the Krusty Krab? No! No, it's not the Krusty Krab. It's the Make a Doggo Hour. Ah! 3 times. 3 times I have dropped that thing tonight. I'm gonna mark the inner ear. I might do a black minky inside the ear. I haven't really decided on that one yet. Yay, doggos! I don't know what that commercial was, but it definitely made my brain hurt a little bit. Design a pickle. Now, one thing I want to point out. Yes, the fur does look very beautiful. It's gonna be fun to work with too, because it's a very short fur. I have not worked with short fur yet, so I'm curious how it's gonna shape down too. Totally spaced what I was saying. Oh, I'm trying to think of what color I want for my what color I'm thinking of for the inner ear. I got a black minky that I can do for the inner ear. To do a color, or I could do the brown minky that I have as well. Gotta be careful where my fingers are. Well, if I'm in the area, why not, right? I do want to find myself somebody that wants to do some modeling on this. Just to be like, yep, I made that. But, you know what? They can always watch the live stream, too. Oh, what I was going to say is, with this type of base, and because we're making it very symmetrical in design, I can literally cut... Or I can literally just tape half of this, and I can tape half of this and just move on, and just do a back and forth copy of it. Uh-oh, it's the Awoo song. Guys, never heard this. Go Google it. Oh, that's cool. Starts posing. Alright, so now I got to get this here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just adding all my notes. So when it comes down to putting everything together, $350 fine for a wooing. I want to make those tickets just for fun and just start passing them out during next con. I will not be at IBFC. I will not make it to IBFC. Plus, I hear it's only Saturday and Sunday this year, too. So, I'm not for sure about that. Boop, boop. Okay, so that's the left side. I got all my markings. Now I'm going to just whip out the right here real quick. Right. Cheek. Oh, I forgot the eyes already. Huh. To draw my arrows. Yeah, reason why I won't make IBFC, one, they said it's Saturday and Sunday only this year. Two, I'm already going to a bunch of cons this year as it is. And yeah, I haven't heard much since then. And three is what I was going to get at, is it's a really, really, really small fur con. If I looked it up, it was like 600 people or something like that. One of their biggest downfalls that they have for IBFC is Arizona is a spring, fall, and winter state when you want a fursuit. Fursuiting in the middle of summer is not the best idea. It's a lot of veterans will, but it's very hard to do. Yeah, it's freaking hot in July. Yeah, it's only 110. Why don't we put on a big carpet and go parading around? But yeah, it is smaller than Arizona FurCon. I am planning on... okay. You know what? Give me just a few seconds, guys. I'll be right back. In the meantime, check out the dog. Check out the dog. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, and I'm back. Usually I have full bowl in the summer. Okay, hold on, let me get back. It's smaller than Arizona FurCon unless you're silly like me or find places inside. Yeah, that's true. A lot of inside. Fur bowl is in the summer and Silver and he is from space too. Silver Doggo is not from space. It's from Police Academy. Okay, so where was I? My cons this year was Painted Desert FurCon, which, yeah, got my gear on right now. Painted Desert FurCon was one of them. And then I'm doing the Invasion of Phoenix Comic Con, which is also known as Phoenix Fan Fest. But a lot of people know it as Comic Con still, and I will still say Comic Con. Watch, I get copyright for saying that word. And then, not Comic Con. Then I got Anthrocon after that, and I'm thinking about trying for Arizona FurCon, but as a vendor this year. That's right, I'm thinking about being a vendor for the first time, selling my beautiful creatures as I make them. If I work on it every time I come home and do this all the time, guys, I make ahead in about a week, give or take, and that's working on it nonstop. When I come home from work, I have a 40-hour job that I do right now. When I go do that, come home, I jump right into it, and but my goal is if I can raise the if I can raise the right bankroll in the short time that I have to do it, I will be able to be a vendor at that convention. Hopefully. If not, who cares? So, with further ado, let's start cutting the puppy. And to do this like we did last time, we will bust out the magic paper towels. Last night actually was a really good night. I binge watched some anime and just kind of took a chill. Took a little small break to myself, and it was really nice. It was a very quiet night too. Maybe a blue pupper will swing by your vendor booth. If my blue doggy's there, he better come say hi. Cause that's who's like encouraging me to go. So you know, the surgery, the plastic surgery. I do need to go by the store. I think maybe I'll do it tomorrow or the day after. But I gotta buy some more blades. Because this blade's getting awfully dull. So the front of the muzzle is probably going to be the hard one out of this whole cut, because that has cellophane on it, which if I can cut it, we'll be in business. Yep, there we go. So cellophane works. Robot. Cellophane works because it does the same thing as paper towels. I just don't like it, and you have more control and preciseness out of paper towels. It's the same, sorry. Bam! Okay, so there's that. We'll just do rights first. I think I just heard my phone. Again! How many times in a stream can I hear my phone? Probably another game reminder. Hello, you've been gone too long. Come back and play. Yep. Told you I heard it. Alright, where was I? Walking robot. I'm hoping to be able to go to Arizona FurCon. I was hoping to get... Yeah, we'll see. I'll root for you. Root, root. Me and Al don't give a hoot. You better be going to Arizona FurCon. Root beer. Root beer. I don't know about that. Note to self, whenever making fursuits, when you're using a very sharp knife, do not cut towards yourself. Which is probably what I'm doing right now, so... yeah. See how easy this is coming off? Unless I don't cut the tape all the way. It's coming off this base actually really easily, just like the other ones. So just little pieces at a time. And yet again, if you can... the littler the pieces means a lot more sewing in the end, but a lot more detail can go into the work, which is a big thing. think I gotta fix that ear already. And then I gotta fix this. Right. Gotta put my notes down here. So far, a lot of these pieces, my toes. A lot of these pieces that I'm cutting out right now are very small, so there's gonna be a lot of sewing with this. Uh-oh. I think it would be fun, maybe collab on a suit and working with bit too. It takes so long. You really don't realize until you see the progress. Yeah. A lot of the times people are like, oh, fursuits are easy to make. They're easy to make. If you've practiced and practiced and practiced, then you can say they're easy to make. The one thing I always want to say to people that are making suits for their first time is the same information that was given to me when I first started, is practice. And the way you can get practice is getting your friends together and being like, hey, I'll make you one if you pay for the supplies or something. Just something like that, so that way you're not, making free suits for everybody in the world, but at the same time, you're getting the practice you need in order to progress with your trade, your tricks. I forget. Saturn, was your head number 5? Or was Salt number 5 for heads? So if Salt was after you, so Salt was 5, Dutchie was 6, Bunny, Marshmallow was 7. This is going to be my 8th head I have made entirety of making heads. So if that tells you anything about where I'm at in skill levels and stuff like that, that should give a little bit of a trick away of how long I've been making these, which is not long, by the way. Oh, okay, that's fine. So, but yeah, I believe this one is my 8th head. I do, like I said, I do have some commissions. I do have some commissions I'm going to be doing. So if the person that ordered the commission is okay with watching it live on live stream, then I will do it live like I'm doing this head here. I do have a secret for you all, which I will leak a little bit in this stream. I have unlocked the way of working on a special fur by finding all the pieces and stuff, like the knowledge of putting it together, which has been a lot of work. It's been a 3-month process to figure out how to do this. I'm gonna have to probably scar this and get it. My ears are starting to come off, as you can see here, which is no good in my book. Little upset about that, but we can reposition them, and then once we get the actual fabric on, will help too. So we'll cut there, cut down that way. Well, there goes that ear. actually kind of funny. Yeah, flop ears are okay. Fall off ears are no bueno. I think number 4. Yeah, brown doggo and gray doggo at Arizona FurCon, then Salt, and then Saturn. Was Salt before Saturn? Yes, yes it was. That's right. Okay. We'll work on the ears here in a little bit. We're being a little too rough as it is anyways. But at the same time, this is a great way to test if you're too rough on your, or if your stuff gets roughed around. Can it last? Can it be fine? And this ear is a little wobbly, but it's still actually attached, or not. Bam! Finally, I got one. Oof, I think you had the Dutchie base and eyes for the Dutchie, but not started on Saturn much before. The Dutchie doesn't count. It wasn't done yet, so I think Saturn is number 4, Dutchie's 5. Which apparently everybody loves that Dutchie right now. Slowly pull it off the foam. Slowly pulling it off the foam. I feel like I'm gonna rip this ear off by the time I'm done with this. Just be like, ah! And then it's like one less ear, and then I'm gonna cry because I ripped the ear off. And so there's that. I was told that you're not allowed because I already gave spoils away in the first video. If that gives any hints away where I'm at. Like Tyson on the fursuit ears. Rah! Oh, sorry. So, and it's, like I said, this is my first time working with the Dream Vision base, so I might have to up my game with my glue here. which I can go get, and it's not a big deal. I gotta go get some anyways. But where was I? One of these species creatures, the hint that I'm yakking at you, Jay, what's up? Welcome to the stream, dude. One of the secrets that I'm kind of spilling out is I have unlocked a new way to make a fursuit. I talked with my base manufacturers. They can do what I'm looking for. I found all the pieces I need. When I get done with this base, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive than your normal fursuit head will go because of all the work and the specialness that it has in it. So yeah. So and the cotton candy fur. Somebody said. Somebody mentioned the comment to the cotton candy fur. When I bought the fur, we called it the Mike Sully fur because it reminded me of Monsters Incorporated, but it also reminds me of golly gee, what is my word I'm trying to think of? It reminds me of a Court Husky, which has multiple colors in their fur too. So that's why I got it. I just really haven't done anything, and I've talked. Ooh, wow. I've talked. I've talked to a couple of my friends, and they're like, "Oh, that's a horrible fur. That's gonna not be anywhere." Man, when I shaved that thing down, it looked so awesome. And the one spot that I have in the middle of the forehead for the Dutchie was just like, you know, magic. So I wasn't gonna like leave it. I wasn't gonna shave it down or anything, because I think it looks really cool with the hair tuft right there. It's completely on accident. I am going to stab myself, ain't I? I will look up and I will read chat here in a minute, guys. Just kind of concentrating not to stab myself. Alright. Don't be around me when I'm hangry in fursuit, huh? Wow, look at all the people coming in now. There's 3 people here. 3 of them watching me. People are like, really? Jay? Really? Jay? Hold on. Jay! My camera does not do it justice. There is my Dutchie. Did I find a hole? Oh, yeah. So, yep, there's the Dutchie. The one-eared dog. Apparently, he never heard me. Yeah, the Dutchie is technically in contract of being sold right now. What I mean by that is when people come to me and they want to buy it, but they can't do certain things, they can do payments with me. Payments are okay as long as you pay your tab. With that said, I'm waiting for that person to pay their tab, put a deposit on it, or it's going to go to the next person waiting in line. That's right. The Dutchie has people waiting in line for it. Which driving me nuts. Okay, now I put that back. Grab a couple pins. No! I swear I showed Jay, but oh well. I just did. Yes. I have bunnies, I have duchies, I have everything under the sun. You want a fursuit made? Come to me, I'll make it for you. That's my motto. There's been a few I've seen online that were a bit out of my league. And I said one day I hope to be there and make that person's outfit next time. Alright. Yeah, same base makers as Saturn's. Hold on, let me finish this and I'll show you guys. But I gotta get some glue down on that before it drives me nuts. Drives me crazy. And then I gotta fix this other ear and blah 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 blah. And yeah. So let's cut this here. Which I can probably just slip off. Alright, moving jaw. You already did what? That was dangerous. Random question mode? I love random question mode. Oh. Or spasma. Open Sesame. This is why I don't like plastic wrap. It drives me insane. Oh. I forget only half of it's plastic wrap. Alright, so there's that. Really? Really? Apparently I just Mike Tyson'd all over again. I should have drawn some lines so I know where my ears laid. You already got a suit for me? You know what that means? It means you got to get another suit. Another suit! You love wearing them. I love building them. We're going to get in trouble, aren't we? The funny thing is I got 3 heads sitting in my house right now that I'd love to sell and get out of my house. Ugh. That works. Okay, back to where I was. Alright, so while we're waiting on glue to dry on that, we're going to start cutting these out, getting fur ready. But, as I have a request on the board. So now, this is what the Dutchie looks like. The mouth is has just a purple lower mouth. It does not have a tongue in here. I left that out just because, why not? I got to do a little extra work on this before it actually goes out. There's a little piece right here I need to glue. But the vision is really, really good in this one. The eyes were done very well. I have no issues. There is a piece right here I need to check out, figure out what. But just overall, check it before it goes type of deal. Oh, never mind. I know what that piece is. That's supposed to be there. Overall, it's very comfortable, very easy to talk in. Fits well. I took off my glasses because I don't like putting my glasses on when I do these. And now I gotta wipe off the face. No! Ah! Okay. All right. Don't know about Saturn? Well, I thought Saturn turned out awesome. So, blah. And now the Dutchie. Dutchie turned out really good. At Painted Desert Fur Con, the person I roomed with while I was there. Here's my scissors. 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 The person I roomed with at Con, they were very awesome. I won't disclose her name for, private reasons, but, she was very, very helpful. She taught me how to shave, which just made it awesome. Because you can only learn so much. Did I miss something in chat? Jane, tell me or my brother move out. Can you store? Oh, I did miss that. What was I saying? They taught me to shave. A lot of the times I've been shaving with the guard because I was afraid of going too low when I shaved. But you got to get it low. And my fear was I was going to get it too low. And then that piece would be ruined and I had to cut it all off and yada yada yada. It'd just be miserable. Alright, so this is my favorite part here. Just whip through this as fast as I can. Bam. Yet again, if anybody is watching that is going to Anthrocon this year, you guys will have a special surprise coming at you. So definitely find me at Anthrocon. It's so fun trying to explain cons and what you do at them and stuff like that to people who just don't go to them, and they're like, well, they're no fun. There's just a bunch of drinking and partying. And it's like, no, not really. I go there to meet first, to learn new things that gonna keep me doing this, and eventually I will teach some skills off to somebody that doesn't know how to do it one of these days. Kind of like a pay it forward program. I will look up eventually and look at chat, so forgive me if I'm not paying attention to it. Oh yeah, you guys showing off there. I see how it is. I see how it is. So, yet again, what I'm doing, guys, if you are new to this and haven't watched any other episode, I'm working on making the template for the fur to basically put it together. This is what you're going to have to do. A lot of the times, depending on how I feel, guys, I'll sew on camera. I won't say I'm going to sew on... Act right. Oh, ear. Got fur in my eye. Totally forgot what I was saying. But I got a few tricks coming off. We're showing off cutting the templates. Templates. Just cutting out some templates, getting them ready. We'll snip there. Just kind of getting things ready here for the furring process. Something about sewing. I was talking about sewing. If I got a lot of sewing to do, I'm going to probably do it off camera, so I can turn my music up really loud and just kind of like space out and go into robot mode, which I feel like I get a lot done when I do. Because normally if I live stream, I try to communicate with you guys and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. But when you're sewing, there's really not much to say other than, hey, I'm sewing, if you catch my drift. So I'll try to do a lot of that off camera. Have you made any ham paws lately? No, I have not. I have no commissions on the table for ham paws at this present point of time. But I do have a pair of ham paws that I need to try to get this week or next week, work on them, which is going to be a very basic, simple paw, but I'm waiting on some fur to come in to go ahead and start working on those. I have a template. Template's good to go. I just need to kind of figure out. I have a design in my head that I want to do, but in order to do that design, I have to wait for my other fur to come in, which will be probably next stream. I say butt a lot. There's a big butt behind me, too. which we can go over how to make digilegs. Saturn, did you see my digis come out? Salts. Yeah, hand paws. It's going to be the same hand paws that Salt had. And that template was made by me. I really like that design for some reason. Lots of little pieces on this one, guys. Lots of little pieces. So what we're probably going to do on this stream is we're going to get down to the fur, get the fur all done, and then we're going to do some sewing tomorrow. I was asking Saturn if he saw the new digilegs that I'm working on, was the question. You should have. Yeah, I posted it under our one chat with Pebbles. So you've seen the digis. Okay, salt hand paws that you had at PDF. Salt hand paws. Let me grab them. Here, right here next to me. Salt hand paws. These were my knee. These were. Or R is my other bunny rabbit's hand paws that I got to test out and found out that the sewing was kind of iffy on it, is what I'll say. So I got to go back and I got to do some sewing on them, just kind of reinforce them. But I really liked how these turned out a lot. Oh, pardon me. So it's four-fingered. I gotta shave them down like no other, which I kind of figured out. Sure, whatever. But this is the paws that I made. I have a template for these. I loved how it turned out, and I can even do more with this, which is what I love. Boo! That's just, I machine sewed Saturn's paws. I don't know why he has a hole already. Other than you manhandle him. Oh, I'm weird. I sent it to you. But yeah, I'm really happy how they turned out. My sewing is getting a lot better in my opinion. You know, we can always keep referencing Saturn in the chat. Poor Saturn. But my stitching is getting better. Very, very reinforced. Oh, great song. And I just got to keep practicing. And it's not like you can sit around and sew the same piece of fabric over and over and over and over. Could have been too excited and ripped a hole. Love the paw pads. They're cool and cute. But also your guinea pig. Yep, definitely a guinea pig in my book. Okay, guys. So, where we're at now is here is all the furring for this head. I also have one more template, which is called the back dome, is what I call it, or have it listed to. The back dome is basically from the top here to the lower half of the neckline, and then I add a little bubble to it to create that back neck illusion. And I have that together as a template for all my necks. But I'm curious if it's going to work because this dog is much different. Alright, Saturn, come on. Your face. Alright. So, Saturn's talking about stomping around in his big old feet paws. This is an example of a prototype that I came back home and I worked on a lot. But I worked on this, and the definition of the toes and everything in general came out really, really good. Maybe trimming it down a little bit wouldn't hurt. Definitely on the edges. Get rid of the long fur that just kind of hanging back. I haven't really decided, but this prototype, if you actually look at the bottom, is an outdoor shoe. You can walk around outside, not worry about it. It's basically, I took off the bottom pad that a lot of people wear as a shoe and just went with this as the actual design itself. I'm going to wear them to... me or the back angled? No. That's right. They're bunny paws. So they're tilted a little bit. So blah blah blah. So I'm gonna go wear them out outside and really just stomp on them. All like, yeah, it's the shoe. It's as big as they are. This is one of the prototypes. But it's a shoe, and basically at the tip of the shoe, it goes to about right here on the other side. As you can see, we could just draw a line. Goes to about right here, is the toes. And it's basically foam and toes added to a shoe. It's actually a really cool idea. So, it needs to be trimmed down, shaped a little bit more, but we'll get there eventually. Details. Okay, moving right back into it. For Saturn's feet, his was a shoe on top of a foam base, which is the standard practice, with foam about an inch in front of the toe instead of on top of the toe like that one. Just the difference. So, let's work on this. So I can sit here and recap all day. We'll have like Fur Friday. What do you guys think about Fur Friday, just recapping all the stuff I built? Alright. Number 1. When dealing with darker fur color, you use chalk. Chalk. because marker won't show up, number one, and yeah, chalk. But lately I've been using nothing but white, which is kind of crazy. So let's see where we are with our fur line. I want to say this is a minky too, but I mean, it's short. Okay. I gotta move. Put my cheat arrow on. And then we gotta match the arrows with the arrow. It's always fun. And the one thing I like using chalk, it gives you a nice line to cut out. That's thick. It's a thick line. Well, Friday did Epcot. The other problem with chalk, using chalk, some people use like a silver marker sometimes. I've seen that. But the problem with chalk is as you go along and cut and you rub against your marking or your writing, it'll start rubbing off your writing, so it's hard to read. Ba-ding! Right. Back. Mystery Skulls, by the way. Really good band. Check it out. Love listening to it. Right. Front. Cheek. Bam! Bam! On the left. I think I just messed up. Man, really? Nope. Left, back, cheek. Cheek. Yeah, that's fine. I have a delay on there for a purpose. Another good song. When labeling everything, there is a little bit of a code that I use as I go along. As an example, I'm putting that off to the side for right now. This one on here says back L with the arrow in the direction that I really want it to go, which basically says to me it's the back left ear. And the arrow is the fur direction, which we've talked about. Hey. Back. Left. So I'm writing ear, B, L. So I always know it's the ear back left, etc., etc., etc. Here is the inner of the left ear, which I still... What do you guys think? Should this doggo have a white inner ear, a brown inner ear, or a black inner ear? I'm thinking white would look actually kind of nice, but I'm just kicking that one around because I've used white on everything. Hey! Hey! White would pop out the best, brown would blend too much, and black would be kind of in the middle. Yeah. What did Jay say? My favorite colors are black and white. Really? Really? Black and white, Jay? Haven't noticed. Get you an Overhill birthday card. It's black and white. I'm curious how this is all going to cut out, too. Because it's a short fur, is it going to just peel everywhere and go ham on me like my black did, or... It's going to go crazy. Schnoots. Schnauts. Well, I don't have any silver. So no silver there. I have a white. And I have black and I have brown. I could make it look really silly and put pink in there, but that would probably look really awful. Okay, that one's done. Goes ham. Can we make sandwiches with? Somebody got jokes tonight. Ouch. Ouch. We must have lost Jay. Because he got quiet. I don't know. I'm gonna see what white looks like and kind of just go from there. Oh, there he is. Distracted, Doggo Face, but realized I called Doggo Face a joke, which is like, no, oh. Okay, last piece. I swear. I'm almost done. Kind of getting winded tonight, guys. I won't lie, I'm tired. Okay, so minus doing the ears, which are right here, minus doing those. I'm gonna hold off on those, figure out what one. I'm gonna just start cutting. It's a lot of fun. I can understand if you guys leave. So what I'm doing right now is I am going through and I am cutting up against the back end of the fur, trying to keep my cut small, and I'm going right up against the lines to make basically a smaller piece of fabric to work with. So it's a lot easier to work with. And this fur is pretty easy to work with right now. It's just there's a lot of it. Boom, boom, boom. Cut, snip. To answer the question, yes, this fur goes everywhere. You know what? You know what? You're making me feel. You're making me feel bad because you want to stay. You want to stay and chat. Well, actually, you know what? I have been streaming for a little bit, which actually I don't know how long I've been streaming. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and cut this all up. This does hardly take any time whatsoever to get cut out. You guys seen this in my last video. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream now. Cut this out. Oh, there it is. Hour and 24 minutes. And then I'm going to cut this all out, and then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll get this sewn together, which we'll do some sewing on camera, or because I won't do any sewing tonight. I'm starting to get tired, so come back tomorrow, roughly about 3 p.m. Yeah, I'll say 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Arizona time. Come check me out. Another wonderful day in the fur studio. With that, guys, have a great night. Hit subscribe, follow. You know the drill.